playing him in it's sort of the way that good friend C.Falcon would describe the way that Wario used to play and usually does, is that he uses his aerial drift for evil. But Yoshi, you know, Yoshi often people associate it with that kind of way. You know, you use his double jump with armor and the aerial drift to run away from people, but you can do it aggressively, and that is what Rello is going to show you when we get into this game. I'm sure you'll see it a lot. Like you said, we got Zion, C.Falcon, Palutena, and Joker, Awestin, and YelloRello.
It took almost no time for everybody to be sandwiched in that left corner, so you're seeing a little bit of what I'm talking about here, where they get aggressive real fast.
It's not even that Zion, C.Falcon are not aggressive.
Exactly.
It's just Awestin and Rello went like, okay, I want to be where the enemies are. Now, go.
Yeah, ready, go. Point, stick a bad guy, press big green button.
A nice roll on there by Awestin that actually tripped up Zion on the timing. I think he expected a little bit of a wait from Awestin. Instead, he's able to get back on, support his teammate, but the team's down on those percents right now, and honestly, I think that's to be expected. I think early game, Palu Joker is going to be really strong.
There you go. Yeah, Palu Joker, absolutely a potent duo, especially when you also have any doubles team with Joker gets a little bit better in doubles, with given the fact that you gain Arsene as your teammate is getting hit as well.
So, that means a whole lot for Joker.
Oh yeah, if Palu's able to stock tank and just take hits, you could definitely get the most out of your Arsene.
See YelloRello going deep off stage. He's not able to take down the Joker of C.Falcon right there, but meanwhile, as he gets back on stage, you can see that he's able to hold his own.
There you go, Awestin chasing with the dash attack, but gets dash attacked by his opponent. That's a back though. That's not quite going to do it. Great DI from Zion.
It especially helps that Awestin had 0 rage on him whatsoever. Any rage and that Palu was dead.
Ooh, tried to LaFable, doesn't quite get any loops. So Austin's out thanks to Rello.
Now we see, oh man, aggressive landing there from C.Falcon. Actually going to get caught out. How's Rello going to make it back? Awestin does actually give him the support that he needs while Red Team regroups. But, I mean, if you're stuck between the Ness and the Yoshi, that's tough. But, hey, C.Falcon's there to back up his teammate regardless.
Yeah, I mean, with both Ness and Yoshi drifting in on you, there's no more space to be between.
Nice change of directions there from Rello, too. He saw that Awestin kind of had the left side handled, waited for somebody to get hit to him, and then went for the follow-ups. And right now, waits out the Rebels guard, but he's not able to get the kill off of it, so C.Falcon lives to see another day.
Yeah, even with the strength of that up smash, a little bit charged, you know.
Ooh.
Oh, my Lord, that deep back air, not Arsene boosted, but still so close to the blast zone, is absolutely going to finish it off.
From both teams, we're seeing a lot of really great situational awareness. I mean, like you said, two teams that are really, really solid when it comes to the doubles front. We'll see if it continues. Ness with that back throw. Boy, is it ever strong, and Awestin is able to bring this game back to even.
Man, I think it's hilarious watching Rello just back air that neutral get up spot like 7 times. 17, probably a little bit more accurate, over and over, because of how risk-free and also just like really, you know, low risk, really high reward that move is.
Oh, we see Awestin going for the PK Thunder 2 and lands it. That's going to give the blue team a 2v1 as they take down Sai as well. This is going to be a tough one to bring back if you're C.Falcon.
Oh, yeah, C.Falcon, he is very close to Arsene though, and you know, Ness has a very susceptible recovery. Oh, he didn't want that.
Not at all. That's going to give him a lot of damage to be taken. He's trying to run away just to give himself a little bit of a foothold. Does get the reflect, and that's plenty of damage dealt to Awestin. And once again, hang on a second. He's got the shield break going, but he goes the wrong way, and Rello's able to come in for a clutch save.
I think the idea there is he actually just wanted to hit Rello away so that he would have free time with Awestin. Didn't want to commit to charging a smash attack while Rello was there to save Awestin.
Wow, we're not seeing a whole lot of care from the blue team right now. Almost purely with counters, C.Falcon has been able to bring this back to very doable territory.
And like I was saying, they like to hold forward, so you will see something like that happen, but now they're pulling out the PK Thunder like you traditionally see in this kind of a 2v1.
Oh my goodness. Awestin needs to pick up this kill here and to breathe a sigh of relief if you're blue team. He does, because Arsene coming back, we saw just how much C.Falcon did with that earlier.
Absolutely. And Arsene is terrifying to stare down no matter what point in the game you're at, but especially when a comeback is looming. You know, the pressure is on.
That's when the blue team, I mean, like I was saying, if Awestin did not hit that up air out of the combo, that would have been a really dicey situation for the blue team to handle. But regardless, they're able to get that clutch moment, and it's really, we have to call that clutch considering that they were the ones up in the 2v1, but they were definitely the ones that looked like they had a bit of the danger zone lit up.
Oh, yeah. And you're in the hot seat, even when you're 2v1, even when you're making this stuff happen. When you're constantly running into those counters and you see your percents rising and they're on the track to make a comeback, it really feels like you're in the hot seat, not them. They have everything to gain and nothing to lose.
Exactly. You feel the pressure, you know, when somebody is. It's kind of like going up against like a cornered animal. Like you finally got it where it wants to, and it's just gnashing out at you. You go, whoa, okay. So probably gonna see. I mean, I don't know. Palutena Joker. I feel like I like a big stage like Pokemon Stadium 2. I'm pretty okay with keeping the stage. They had a really nice game plan. It's just there were a couple of early stocks lost, particularly when that PK Thunder 2 came in to take out C.Falcon's last stock.
Oh, yeah. And, man, it's always hard with Awestin and YelloRello on the squad because if you do want to pick to a small stage, no matter what, there's going to be hitbox where you're sitting. No matter what. So sometimes you got to think, maybe I'll pick a big stage and buy myself some room, and then you feel suffocated. It's hard.
Well, and you know, especially C.Falcon found a way to use that fact to his advantage. Where there is YelloRello and Awestin, there is hitbox.
Exactly.
I mean, that almost got him the comeback there on Pokemon Stadium 2. So a little bit more cramped here on Battlefield. See if they're able to put that to use.
Yeah, maybe we'll see C.Falcon putting that same philosophy to use a little bit more earlier in the game to secure more Arsens. Maybe when it's not quite as dire of a situation. There you go. Now we're seeing, though, again, kind of the blue team being the leader of the action. Splitting off into two 1v1s a little bit.
As you might expect, honestly. I mean, I think that blue team is definitely going to be a bit stronger when they're a pack, when they're bonus, you know, getting that bonus of a 2v1 or even a 2v2. These two characters really just complement each other well in the hitbox department, and plenty of punch between them as well, where meanwhile, Joker and Palutena are pretty well able to take care of a 1v1. Now Austin's the one stuck between a rock and a hard place, but YelloRello comes in to save him, and we'll see continues to pummel, and in fact, Rello almost takes him out, but instead he's going to meteor C.Falcon down to the bottom.
Oh yeah, punish that ledge regrab. Ooh, that dash attack put Awestin in a really scary position, but fortunately he was able to clip C.Falcon coming down. And this could be big. Goes for the down air, but that counter was huge.
Yeah, now, in the end, Zai had his teammates back, took down Awestin. Rel just kind of goes off stage to make sure he lives.
There we go, and now again, Zai making things happen. Oh, but again, now Zai drops the combo, misses the raw back air, and Awestin is the one who counter pokes.
And we see, you know, when the situation is completely reversed, the C.Falcon also goes off stage just to give his teammate that time to respawn and get off that Angel platform. But right now, again, it is just an absolute hitbox fiesta when it comes to the blue team. Red team can't even breathe.
There you go. Yeah, that yo-yo, even if it doesn't get the KO, is definitely going to interrupt your recovery. There, punishing him for waiting too long, using that grappling hook.
Oh, the forward throw to set up a little bit into C.Falcon. He almost had that drag down up smash, and that would have gotten me 10 times out of 10.
Honestly, that looked so sick, too. Deliberately dragging onto the platform as well.
Oh my god, dude, C.Falcon wants to see a dead Yoshi, and he is going to see it. He said, please, I don't want to see you on that first stock anymore.
Yeah, finally, Rel drops it. It's crazy how aggressive he's been while still holding on to these stocks. Untackable means that's going to be a stock trade, and I believe in the favor of the blue team.
I would imagine they're the ones sitting up a full stock because Rello's done such an excellent job of stock tanking, even not getting hit right now. I mean, it's been probably about a good 30 seconds since he dropped that first one, and he's still sitting at 16%.
Man, Zai and advantage just seems so oppressive. You really need the partner to be there to get out of those Palutena loops.
But there's no way to do that if C.Falcon is doing his job, which he was on the other side of the stage. He would not let Rello get close to Awestin, continuing to eat that damage. And boy, C.Falcon holding that up smash forever, it seemed.
And Awestin with no fear winning and spot dodge that came in for the punish. Now, now Zai all by his lonesome.
Tough to make this comeback. Up air into the egg, and they continue to keep this juggle going. Well, with the PK Thunders and the eggs and whatnot, I'm sure you can.
That PK Thunder is just a menace, even in singles, but in doubles, it's doubly effective.
You don't want to hit your own teammate with a full PK flash, though. Awestin did just that. But, I mean, at this point, you just got to get the one right hit, and the yo-yo will be the one to do it. So, Awestin and YelloRello go up 2-0 here in Winners Finals.
Up 2-0 in a best 3 out of 5, I believe, just for winners, losers, and grand finals. So, Awestin and Rel looking really, really solid. I feel like the games, although they've been relatively close, have been paced by the blue team almost entirely.
Yeah, they've definitely set the metronome, as it were. You know, you definitely know when the blue team's coming towards you, but what exact hitboxes, where they're going to be, that's the question you've got to answer. And honestly, how much stage you're willing to give up to them as they come towards you.
How do you answer their aggression? With more of your own, with the passivity? How do you do it? And I feel like they've been answering, the other team here with Zai and C.Falcon, they've been answering with a fair bit of aggression on their own. But I don't know if they can match it pound for pound.
But I like to see this going back to the Pokemon Stadium too. Like you were saying, you know, if you can split this back up into those 2v1 situations, if you can keep Awestin and YelloRello from stacking this compound pressure, you might have a pretty good chance of actually shutting down. I mean, we saw in that Battlefield game a couple of times when Zai was just absolutely smoking Awestin in one corner, and C.Falcon was doing a great job of keeping YelloRello from getting anywhere back near his teammate. However, he accidentally kite blocks Awestin, so a little bit too close that time.
And that is a hot start for the red team then. Not very much percent on anybody except for Rello, so really red team in a good position. Barely even any Arsene either.
Yeah, you just wait for that to come up for C.Falcon. He'll be definitely chilling when he just throw out those hitboxes willy-nilly. And honestly, I'm just very excited to see how the red team plays with the lead. They haven't gotten much of an opportunity to do so yet. Now we get to see them execute the game plan that they want, so long as C.Falcon stops getting burned alive.
Okay. Awestin finally finds his way back down. I feel like as strong of an aerial control as these blue team members have, they really do struggle with being juggled themselves. Both have a weak landing options, and we're seeing red team take big advantage of it.
Plenty of those for the red team as well. I mean, the counter just keeps coming up for C.Falcon, and why not go off to finish that stock from Awestin? A huge lead for the red team.
This is dominant right now.
I mean, blue team is like full on in that aggression mode, but blue team, they don't realize that red team kind of has the number on that right now, where if they've got the lead, they can run away, they can make you miss your aerials, and all of a sudden you're the ones in trouble. We see C.Falcon landing with those guns, buying his teammate a little bit more space to get back onto the stage. We see still 4 stocks as that one goes away for the red team. Only 3, and most of them damaged goods between Awestin and Rel.
I feel like ever since, you know, the big stock lead started to drop, we've got a huge answer from blue team. They're really pulling it back together here.
Go fading in with that neutral air. That does actually give C.Falcon some trouble, but instead it's going to be blue team that finds some problems off stage. That forward air comes out. Really nice awareness there from C.Falcon. Even with the Arsene gone, he's got plenty of room to work with.
And now we got Awestin sitting at 117 on his last stock. Very easily could make this a 1v1 with Rel. He's still trying to make big plays.
Man, this situational awareness from C.Falcon has been great. I mean, even seeing at the tail end of that PK Thunder, when that rocket comes out, he's ready to shield it. I mean, he says to Awestin, you're not going to welcome to DFW me twice, but there we go. Rello does help assist in getting that stock out of the way, and if they can get this one off of Zai, it only takes one crazy stock to, you know, maybe see a 3-0 from the blue team, but still not looking in their favor whatsoever.
Man, recovery still being really good from blue team.
Yeah.
Red team playing so passive. Eventually, though, he's going to get the job done with that explosive flame. There's not a lot you can do with the teammate there to pressure you as well.
Okay, Zai is able to mash out. Rel tries to pick up the kill off stage too, but I mean, honestly, at this point, I think you're playing a little bit of time just to have a conversation with your teammate about what you do next game. Look at the B reverse to get away from the explosive flame,
though.
That was so slick. Yeah.
Not wasting any resources.
It looks like he actually is Yoshi.
Wow, the up throw into the up air. That would have been a sick combo off the Angel platform. Doesn't quite connect, but eventually does take that stock, and the game now moving into 2-1. still some signs of life.
Yeah, no, Red Team definitely made some really good adaptations. I mean, and we saw especially once they had a lead, they were really able to play that full game plan of, okay, separate the blue team and then hit them when they try to regroup because we know where they're going to go. They're like magnets.
Exactly. They are flying towards each other with intense speed.
At Mach speed.
Yeah, and there's going to be a hitbox along the way. We saw a lot more of those counters coming through from C.Falcon, just casually sprinkled throughout the match, and it really has benefited.
I mean, having Arsene online all the time, and even when Arsene is there and you're pulling out those crazy large counters.
Yeah, big hitboxes.
Like I said, it's blue team equals hitbox, so why not red team equals counter?
Yeah. Seems like a reasonable retort. Yeah. And we gotta wonder what kind of stage pick Rello and Awestin are gonna be able to take advantage of. They've been playing off a Pokemon Stadium 2, the whole time.
We had the game 2 on Battlefield, but
that's true.
Yeah, those 2 games on Pokemon Stadium 2. I mean, it looks starkly different with that Battlefield buffer in between.
Exactly. There was a little bit of a mental adjustment. I wonder if the stage could make it a bigger shift back towards Awestin and Rello, because they've never played with their pick.
No, they haven't. I mean, this has been consistently either neutral or it's been a counter pick, and I mean, honestly, those are 2 guys that are going to be really comfortable on Battlefield anyways. I think that Louisiana players here kind of realize that. They go, okay, that's right. Like, Awestin loves Battlefield. Yoshi's pretty good on Battlefield, even if our characters are as well. So, Awestin and Rel, I'm thinking that that platforms are definitely in line, especially on the smaller stage, like if Monoplat's available. You want to go there, like Smashville. Probably avoid a stage like Kalos, for example. It's going to be really, really hard to kind of avoid those 1v1s.
Definitely want as small a stage as possible. Maybe something even like Lilat or Final Destination, where you cut away their options of platform movement.
Yeah, I mean, the platform movement especially gave C.Falcon a couple of opportunities where he made it absolutely impossible for the blue team to regroup. So, I mean, picking a stage like Final Destination, it takes a lot less effort, I guess, to get back to your teammate. But on the other hand, stacking those hitboxes, you have to be so much more deliberate and so much better on the communication standpoint than you do on any other stage.
Eggs flying right now, Rello. He's usually the aggressor, whether it be with the eggs or his flying hitboxes. We'll see the fair come out.
So that's a Yoshi classic right there. Get him off with the egg lay, and then once they pop out, it's the big snout. Sun's got a basketball on his face. Okay, Rel doesn't hit C.Falcon, but that counter is going to hit both ways, and that actually takes care of Zai. So as we saw in that last game, it's an accidental team kill that's going to start it off.
And what's really funny is we saw C.Falcon whiff a counter and just mash another counter to punish Awestin for still pressing buttons.
Ended up in death for his teammate now. C.Falcon sitting at 124. I mean, everybody who's still on that first stock is kind of in danger of dying, except for maybe the Yoshi. But speaking into existence, Awestin is gone, and so too now is Rello. So relatively a little bit of a lead for the red team.
Okay. Gonna see down smash not gonna be able to connect, but the up smash eventually does. Rello had a lot of alone time with C.Falcon. Still, he just stares at the man with the counter and eventually hits it.
Eventually that back throw does come out from Awestin as well, though, and that means that blue team is firmly back into a confirmed lead, especially if they take the stock from Zai. You can see that that's not really their focus right now. Awestin says, hey, I want to take down this Joker, so come and give me some support.
Ooh. Okay, with the down throw, Joker's movement is evasive. And now that's why he's...
Correct me if I'm wrong, those seem like the slowest consecutive down tilts I've ever seen from Awestin.
Yeah.
That's just weird.
That is odd. Seems deliberate. But I don't know why.
Still odd, nonetheless. But PK Fire into the up smash will set up near Rello, even though they won't get a full combo. See, Awestin is alone on stage with 2 members of the red team, but now that the Yoshi's back to back him up, he gets a big dunk right there. See if he can also take out the Joker. Right now, though, C.Falcon's playing very safe. Rel, though, deep off stage.
Yeah, trying to make another big play, putting Zai out of commission at a very early percent. I mean, we're already seeing a pretty nice stock lead for the blue team. And the percent is swaying in their favor as well.
See up air come out from C.Falcon, finally taking out that second stock from Yoshi, and Down goes the stock for Awestin as well. So again, we see the situation where stock counts in red team's favor, but I would not say that they have the lead in the slightest.
Barely missing the timing on that up air for Rel. Doesn't quite find the KO on Zai. A great ledge play between these partners.
And C.Falcon's waiting for Zai to get off stage so that maybe he has some support getting back on. But 150 just about for both members of the red team. Finally one's gone, finally a second is gone as they tend to topple like dominoes. This is once again a 2v1 against the Joker for the blue team.
And the biggest struggle here for C.Falcon is that as soon as he got Arsene, he disappeared. But you know, that won't be a big problem, the way that he likes to mash that counter button and the way that these players like to hit it. Okay, that's going to be a back throw. Goes for the counter, and this time Rel waits for it.
Ooh, interesting. Had to hit the option select right there to make sure he actually hit the Joker. Now we see the PK Thunders come out, and this juggle will continue basically as long as the blue team pleases. And there you have it, just continuing to barrage them with up Bs. The blue team will go on to grand finals, a 3-1 victory over the Louisiana powerhouse.
Yeah, but a powerhouse in their own right. Very strong players in Awestin and YelloRello. You expect to see them go far. But against so many other static teams, I don't know if I expected to see them push all the way to grand finals. You know, normally you expect teams is the format where not necessarily the strongest singles players always shine, but where that teamwork really comes through and you see these players who always work